Okay, folks, this is Ramblin Man here. Now, I have some special guests today. This is my wife's mother and her grandmother. Now, they're 25 and 35. No, I'm just joking. But we'll go over their ages a little bit, but I'm going to ask them some questions today. Just random questions. They have no idea what those questions are. So some of this will be like informative for you, and some other thing, get ideas of, what people dealt with back in the day. Other things will be like, what the heck? So it should be fun. So let's get this started. If y'all can both just take turns introducing yourselves. You can go first, and then I will get the questions ready.
I am Debbie. I am 69 years old. I am Carrie's mom and Ramblin Man's mother-in-law.
My turn?
Your turn, Mom.
I'm supposed to say my name.
Nobody's going to search
Jackie.
you out.
Just your first name.
Jackie.
Yeah, I'm Jackie Ulrich, and I'm 91, and I don't know anything.
That's why he's doing this.
Okay, so let's start. I got a bunch of questions I just put together. Some of them we'll just kind of play it by ears. There's no right or wrong answer. Just remember that, okay?
Right.
So I'll start with you.
Okay.
And then I'll go to Mama, and then I'll go Mama back to you. So that way you're not first every time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I noticed you're on Facebook. Do you have Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok.
So you know what these are then, correct?
Not really.
But you're on there.
Yeah, because my son-in-law put me on there last weekend.
All right, Mama. So
Yes.
I noticed you're on Facebook and you respond at the weirdest times. So it'll be like 4 in the morning while everybody else is sleeping. You're up.
That's correct.
Okay, because you go to bed at what time?
Whenever I feel like it.
What time do you?
Anywhere from 6:30 or 7 till 10.
Wow.
Awesome.
And what time do you usually get up in the morning on an average?
Well, I get up twice, and usually the first time's around 4, and then I go back to bed, and then I get up around 6:30.
Nice. So now you're on Facebook. So do you know what Instagram and TikTok are?
No,
So I'm take it you don't have any accounts with those.
no.
And earlier I asked you about YouTube because I do a channel, which is what this is going on, called at Ramblin Man. And what was your response to YouTube?
What do you mean?
You didn't even know what it was, correct?
No.
So that it just gives you an idea. I just wanted to get across there the idea of the older you get, some of the things that are coming out, you have no idea because those aren't trends that you're worried about.
Oh, we're clueless.
Not at all.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. This is from Emma. What would you say is the best invention in your lifetime?
Dishwasher.
I would have never even thought of that
That's
one.
a good one.
Oh, all right, Mom. What would you say is the best invention of the lifetime in your lifetime?
The curling iron blow dryer combo
Yes.
Nice. See, these are things I would have never thought of.
makes life so much
That's a
easier.
good one.
Now, this is for you, Mom. You ready?
Okay.
You do not have to tell me who,
Okay.
but do you have a favorite child?
No.
That sounds
I
politically
have-
correct.
No. I have 2 of the greatest daughters in the whole wide world.
That's so sweet.
Neither one is my favorite, even though they always, growing up, if I'd say, "Oh God, that was so good, Carrie," she'd call Christy, "I'm the favorite now," and Christy does the same thing.
did.
Well, I'm the favorite now.
All right, Mama, do you have a favorite child?
No.
Look at you guys.
Wow.
You can't.
Okay, now, very important question. Toilet paper, over or under?
It has to be over
Yes.
And why?
because I said so.
How about you?
Over.
Do you-
Because she said so.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, so I'll get a little crazy here. All right. How do you feel, I guess this is for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about men that identify as women playing female sports?
Well, I think it's wrong. Because they're physically stronger Their anatomy's different. I feel like they're stronger. Yeah, it's not fair.
How about you, Mama?
I don't think that they should let them compete with the women.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready, Memo? This one came from your granddaughter.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Who's in the audience?
At what age did you stop wearing sexy undergarments?
I still wear them.
She's got a couple of little push-up tatas I've noticed when I fold her laundry. I'm like,
It's because she's checking out those men at Walmart. Look at the guy in the Argyle socks.
So you never stop.
Tatas.
Just gotta do the pull-up.
yeah, once you get older, you
Those
have to
suckers over.
reach in and hoist them back up.
How about you?
I'm going to say I was probably 52.
52.
She went for comfort.
Ooh, what happened at age 52?
You just kind of got disinterested in the opposite sex, and I went for comfort. The granny panties and
Just
yeah,
comfort.
because everything is covered and tucked up,
Snug.
and held up in there.
The wobbly bits.
Oh, yeah, the wobbly bits.
Okay, so question for you then.
Okay.
2-part question. Would you go out on a date if asked?
It depends.
On who it is?
I think if I knew the person and I felt comfortable with them, I'd go to dinner or to a movie.
And then the second part, how young of a man would you entertain?
Well, let's see. I'm 69, 62.
There
Nice.
you have it. So all you men 62 or older, she's ready for the taking. All right, Mamo. Same question. Would you go out on a date if someone asked?
No.
Well, then we don't have to worry about entertaining younger men.
No.
But you do like the eye candy, right?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
Bears, here we go.
So with all the stuff going on today, in today's world and everything, what are your thoughts? This is from Mama. What are your thoughts on Mr. Potato Head and Dr. Seuss? And do you know what's going on with them?
Not with Mr. Potato Head, but I think the Dr. Seuss thing is outrageous, stupid.
So Mr. Potato Head, they instead of calling him Mr. Potato Head, now they can call him Potato Head because they've gotten rid of the gender specific.
I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because we all had Mr. Potato Head growing up, and it didn't affect me in any way and any of my friends. I mean,
Right.
it was Mr. Potato Head.
And it wasn't like you're adding genitalia to the
That's
potato
exactly
head.
right.
It was just, do you dress them with a mustache or without?
It was just a fun, it was just a fun
So I know it
thing.
doesn't change anything calling them Potato Head, but it's just the fact that you felt like they feel like they have to do that. That's what bothers me.
Stupid. It's
That's so
just
crazy.
stupid. Everybody is so offended nowadays. And it's stupid.
Okay, here we go. Ma, this is for you. Is there anything you regret not having asked your parents?
I have to think about that a minute.
But your mom's still here, so you still have... So that's one of those things, yeah. So this would probably be a better question for Mama. Is there anything you regret not having asked your parents?
No. we didn't talk.
So we're gonna do a little flashback here, okay? This is for Mama. What is your earliest memory?
I guess I was about 3, and I had a new Easter dress, and it was beautiful, and we lived next to a field of poppies, and I wandered through the poppies, and it stained my new dress terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, turned it red, and I cried.
Oh.
How about you, Mom? What is your earliest memory?
Mine is I was about 2.5, and I was in the bedroom. We lived in this little house near Landa Park, and I remember pulling the drawers open and crawling up on it, and the next thing I know, the dresser was on top of me, and I was screaming and crying. And I want to say, was there a bed behind me? I didn't hit the
I
floor.
don't think, no.
She's like, this is my earliest memory.
I just remember the fright, that, because I knew I was going down.
Yeah. Wow.
And how old do you think you were?
About 2.5.
2.5. Isn't that crazy that you can remember like the little stuff? Like I have trouble remembering stuff 10 years ago, but I can remember all the little
Yeah.
things.
It's true, yeah.
So this is a fun one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is for you first, Mom.
Okay.
Okay, what fads were there when you were a child? Popular hairstyles, clothing, and I know we were talking a little bit about this earlier. Tell us a little bit about those.
Well, when I was in middle school, that's when I first became aware of fads, trying to keep up with everybody else. We had the big teased hair. You teased your hair as high as you could get it, and then you sprayed it while it was teased, and then you kind of smoothed it, and then you had your 2 little spit curls right here. And then we had, it was like a pale pink. It looked white on the lips, and we'd wear and it was peppermint flavored. It was delicious.
It was delicious.
And that was pretty much.
Yeah.
Those are the things that stick in my mind, but the hair.
Now I would say there's one more thing. You mentioned pulling up pants with pliers. Or the zippers.
Yeah, then further down the road.
Yeah, that was started in junior high school, and the Comal County Fair came around every year, and got to buy a new pair of blue jeans, $4, Paul Bruner's. My friend Janet, we'd go over there, get new jeans. We'd buy them a size too small, and then we'd take them home and get ready for the fair, and we'd lay on the bed, and we'd I'd straddle over Janet and get the pliers and start pulling the zipper up. And she'd start laughing, of course. Then the zipper would, come back down and pull the zipper up, and then I'd have to grab her hands and pull her up off the bed because we couldn't bend because the pants were so tight.
You had to roll off on the
I'm serious.
But y'all were in.
But we looked good. We looked good in our Levi's.
And the ironing of your hair.
And the ironing of the hair, yes.
You had to have the wax paper.
That was the other thing, yeah. No, I was 13, I think, when I started that. And I had bone straight hair, but everybody, did you iron your hair this morning? I'm, oh yeah. Take the wax paper, put your hair in it, and then straighten it, whether it needed it or not.
Just so you can say you did it.
That's right.
All right, Mama. How about you? What fads did y'all have?
Not too many that I can recall. We wore button-down cardigans backwards. That was the style.
So y'all were like crisscross early. We didn't even know.
That's so funny.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
So you wear
yeah, I
button-down
think
cardigans backwards.
Yeah.
Was that a rebellious thing or just a cool
No,
thing to
that's
do?
just everybody was doing it.
Put your sweater on backwards, girlfriend.
One thing that I hated, my mother had a beauty shop, and she would trap me and give me permanents. And they stunk and they burned.
Okay, that brings up a memory that will never leave me. The beauty shop thing, and I can remember going in there, and sometimes they would put my hair in a ponytail, and it was so tight. It was the most uncomfortable thing
Why were
ever.
they doing that? Just
They
to
just
pull it?
fixed my hair,
Oh
You're
gosh.
so lucky.
and then got head lice.
Oh man.
And when I was in first grade, and they poured like bleach, or I don't know what it was. It burned so bad, but they took me into the beauty shop, on a Sunday. Oh, I'll never forget that. What did y'all put on my head?
It was something that you bought at the drugstore.
Oh my God, that burned. But yeah, that beauty
That's
shop.
the good old stuff. It probably had arsenic in it.
Right?
Okay, so your turn, Mama. What world event had the most impact on you in your lifetime?
When World War II was declared. That was scary.
I bet it was. World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. Yeah.
How about you?
Mine too. When President Kennedy got assassinated, That really messed with me. And then during the Russian war, and when we were in school, they would sound these loud alarms, and then everybody had to get under their desk and cover their head. When you're a young child, you don't know if the bomb is really coming or
Now,
not.
is that during like the Cuban crisis and all that? The Cuban Missile Crisis? Or
This was back,
during the Cold
remember
War?
when they were doing the bomb shelters
Yeah.
and the bomb...
And when that alarm went off, us kids would all hit the ground, and we all had our individual little desks, and to get down there and cover our head, and my heart would just
And
pound.
we all knew that the atomic bomb couldn't get you if you were under a desk.
You were
You'd
dead.
be the only survivor.
You were dead either way. So.
okay, so I find as I get older, I have my favorite things. Call it comfort. What things do you do every day or every week, and why? What are your regular routine? What's your things that you do every week that's comfort to you?
Well, let's see. I do everything for my comfort. I love my coffee. Got to have my daily coffee. I like to read the news on the iPad. It just makes me feel like I know what's going on in the world. It usually pisses me off more than anything. Yeah, I mean, that's... What about you, Mama?
What about me?
What things do you do?
Coffee is my very favorite thing. What else? Going to bed. That's good.
Ooh, yeah.
And do you have any like special things you do every night before bed? Almost every night. Y'all have certain shows you watch or certain things you
Oh
do?
yeah.
What do you usually watch?
Wheel of Fortune. We watch together, and I like Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
and one other thing of comfort for her, after we eat dinner, she always says, "Oh, time for Flossie," and she'll go up.
That's because I worked in dental office for 50 years.
That's true.
Hey, you still have your teeth.
Yeah, that's why.
So, and make sure y'all speak up a little bit. But
Okay.
What do you find most offensive about today's youth? You're first.
Their rudeness.
Rudeness.
Total disrespect.
Now, okay, you ready, Ma?
Okay,
Have you ever smoked?
never.
Never.
Okay, Mamsie, you ready for this? Have you ever done drugs?
Never.
Have you?
I smoked one joint one time. I took a puff off of it, and I panicked, and that was it. So
That was it for you.
That's
That
the end
was
of her
it.
career.
I remember when I went through the police academy, they did my polygraph, and they kept asking me all the different ways that they could. Like, hey, have you ever smoked weed? No. Have you ever smoked marijuana? No. Have you ever tried Mary Jane? No. All these different, they changed up the question. About the sixth time they stopped. I'm gonna stop the tape right here and said, seriously? And they're like, seriously? And they're like, wow. And then they went back to the deal. So it's pretty funny. Like, you just don't find it as much anymore that people haven't tried.
yeah.
Okay. So you're first, Mom.
Okay.
So best advice for a young person.
To listen to your parents, even though you think, I know that. Listen to what they're telling you, because when you get older, all of a sudden something occurs and you think, oh, now I get it. That's what she was talking about. I still do that.
How about you, Mama? What's the best advice for a young person?
Get an education first before you do anything else.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Okay. Now, I got 3 questions left. So, here we go. This is for you, Mama. Anything you wanted to do but never got around to?
Go to Ireland.
Ireland. That's a good one. How about you?
Go to college.
Go to college. Okay, this kind of can be kind of the same question, but it's also just something. Any regrets?
Yes, I have lots of regrets. I did things that, against, I knew that were wrong. And it in the end, it hurt people. It hurts people, and yeah, I regret that.
How about you, Mama?
I think something I regret.
Having 4 kids.
Well, yeah, everybody knows that. Probably not going to college would be.
Okay, last question, and then I'll allow y'all to both ask me one question. That's what we're going to do. Okay. If you could say anything to our president without any repercussions, what would you say?
Get your head on straight.
I would say, what the hell are you thinking? Well, he doesn't think. That's the problem. He can't.
Well, first off, yeah, that's true.
And so that means we're going to end up with Kamala or whatever the proper way. That was a setup.
Yep.
We're in for a nasty ride.
Now, so I want to thank y'all for entertaining me today because y'all were like, I got to do what? So y'all both can ask me one question if you would like. And you can also ask one question of your daughter and granddaughter over here. So
okay.
You didn't know that was coming, did you?
No.
Okay, so we'll start with me first. You can each ask me a question, and then we'll ask Carrie. All right, so what's your question for me? And I'll be as honest as I can be.
Okay, what's it like being married to Carrie? My crazy daughter.
Well, let me tell you. So let me get on camera a little bit so you all can see me. So that's a good question. All right. So what it's like being married to Carrie. Let me tell you, it was shocking at first. I don't even know how we came to be because we thought we were so opposite, but then we find out we're so much alike. I think there's so many things that we are alike. So imagine you decide, hey, that's a good looking bull right there and it looks so docile. And then you jump in the ring and it runs you over. That's like being married to Carrie because she's super, super fun, but you never know what you're going to get. Are you going to get the bull end or the, I mean, you just never know what you're going to get. So
True. That's
what it's like being married to Carrie. She's awesome. How about you? You got a question for me?
Yeah, I thought of it and then I forgot it when I started laughing. Oh, do you ever get in a real bad funk?
I do.
Oh.
So the reason I'm sure that question came up because I'm almost always in a good mood.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, because it has, when you're dealing with everything that you deal with every day between work is not usually a problem that sets me over the edge, but you have kids. So kids and family, if I feel like I'm not living up to expectations, I feel like I'm not the man I need to be or should be. Sometimes I get in a funk and I just can't get out of it. And that's where Carrie is strongest because she comes along and says, what is up with you? I mean, she'll let me go for about a day because she knows I just have to work through some things. Then she's like, hey, you need to knock this off. What's wrong with you? And she's pretty good about being straightforward and be like, hey, just get yourself together. Pick your big boy pants up and you'll be fine. So yeah, but I get in funks every once in a while, but it's not very often. But when I do, it's a doozy.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so y'all want to ask Carrie a question? Because y'all can
I
get her
forgot it.
anything. It's fun.
gosh.
Come here, Carrie.
Oh, okay.
Let me get her on camera here.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
I have to think about this.
Yes, this is fun.
I didn't see that.
This is fun. Yeah, exactly. That's why I threw it in there because you didn't see it coming. So, all right. So, Mama, what do you want to ask her?
Okay, Carrie.
She has to tell you.
Did you ever see yourself with 6 children? Actually, 7 at one time.
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought you'd... No, I just never thought. I never saw it coming.
No. That's the answer. No. I felt like when I had Braden, 1 was not enough. Then I had Mason. 2 was too many. And I thought, that's it, I'm done. And then I had 4, at one point 5 more through marriage. So yes, no, I didn't.
Yes, no.
Yes, no. I'm
Yes,
happy.
no.
I'm happy that it happened, but no, I never ever would have imagined that.
Yeah, because what great fun and what great little lives,
Yeah.
you have connected to you now. But yeah, just,
Very blessed.
yeah.
My
All
turn.
right, your turn.
Okay, have you ever been organized outside of your job?
Have I ever been organized outside of my job?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not,
No, I want to be, but no, I don't think I have. I don't know why that is. Are you trying to tell me something?
Is it because
Yeah.
your mind is always all
Yes.
over the place, and because you're so focused when you're at work?
Yeah.
And I've been to work with you, and
She's
I've
super
watched
organized at
you,
work.
and
Yeah.
you're just phenomenal at your job. And then you come home, and it's like, oh, say what? This is your house? But your desk is so organized. So
I don't know why that is.
But
I
that's-
have aspirations to do it, but I feel like it's quite the undertaking. I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
it gets overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets
Well,
overwhelming.
and I feel like a lot of people deal with that. So if they're watching this video, they're gonna be like, "Man, I totally agree. I totally
Yeah.
fit with that." So,
That was a good question.
hey, I wanted to thank all y'all for being part of this, even when I just sprung it on you.
Yes.
Sorry about that, Carrie. So, but I love my followers. I love you guys, and thank y'all for being a part of this today.
Oh,
I
you're
appreciate
very
it.
welcome. Our pleasure.
thank you for
And y'all
having
take
us.
care.
We love you. Bye.
Bye, fellow ramblers.
Bye.
Ramblin' man out.